If there's any couple famous for saying one thing and doing another, it's Harry and Meghan Markle. They call themselves privacy lovers, but somehow a simple party invite became a whole drama about deleted photos, celebrity attention, and obvious social climbing. Here's what happened. Kris Jenner turned 70 and threw a huge party, so big that even Jeff Bezos lent his Beverly Hills mansion. There were designer dresses, glitter everywhere, and Hollywood stars all around. Then Harry and Meghan showed up, stepping into the spotlight faster than you can say, "We want a quiet life." But fans noticed something strange. One moment they were in the photos, and the next, gone. Deleted from Kim Kardashian's Instagram like an ex after a breakup. Kris Jenner's post? Same thing. How did the world's most camera-loving couple suddenly get shy? According to People magazine, Harry and Meghan checked no on the photo consent form, meaning no public pictures were allowed. A cute excuse, if anyone believed it. Meghan refusing a camera is like the Kardashians refusing makeup. It just doesn't happen. Social media started guessing. Some people thought Meghan didn't like how she looked, too natural, not enough editing. Others believed Kris Jenner's PR team removed the photos after seeing that people online weren't loving Meghan's new Hollywood royalty image. And let's be real, Kris is the one who decides what gets posted, not Meghan. Then came the biggest rumor, Harry and Meghan weren't even invited. People say the real invite didn't even come from Kris, it came from Serena Williams, who supposedly asked if her best friend forever could tag along. Imagine that, Harry and Meghan asking for a +1 to Kris Jenner's birthday party. It's like texting, "Hey, can I join a group chat I wasn't invited to?" But when they arrived, they acted like they owned the place. Meghan was smiling under the paparazzi lights she claims to hate. Harry looked as excited as a kid at Disneyland. No secret back door for them, they walked straight through the front entrance, letting backgrid photographers take perfectly posed pictures. Yet once they were inside the party, suddenly they were too private to be in photos. The math doesn't add up. Let's be honest, this wasn't about privacy. It was PR cleanup. Meghan's PR team probably thought the pictures didn't meet her beauty standards. Wrong angle, bad lighting, or maybe a Kardashian looked better in the shot. So the solution? Delete, delete, delete. Easier to pretend it's about protecting boundaries than admit she didn't like the photos. Another theory says the Kardashians were the ones who removed the pictures. After the photos went up, the comments section turned into a roast. People weren't talking about Kris's big party or Kim's outfit anymore. They were making jokes about Meghan's expressions and Harry's awkward vibe. And the Kardashians don't share the spotlight for free. If attention shifts away from them, the photos disappear. That's how their world works. What really annoys people is the irony. Meghan Markle, someone who has spent years doing everything to stay in the public eye, suddenly claiming she's camera shy. Come on. She started her career on red carpets and built a whole brand around interviews about herself. She even ran a lifestyle blog where she once described her own boobs as magical. Privacy has never been the problem. Control has. Control is the real issue here. Meanwhile, Harry looked absolutely thrilled to be at the party. Of course he did, he was surrounded by Hollywood's biggest stars, with cameras flashing and drinks everywhere. It was like a royal version of spring break. Harry has always been a little too touchy in awkward ways, everyone knows the stories. Thankfully, this time he kept his hands to himself. While Meghan scanned the room for Jeff Bezos, Harry was reportedly distracted by Kris Jenner's, well, you know. Classic Harry. That same mischievous look the British tabloids loved to talk about was back on his face. You can take the prince out of the palace, but the party boy is still there. And while the Sussexes were partying in Beverly Hills, Princess and, an actual working royal, was across the world doing real royal duties. Visiting memorials, honoring veterans, representing the crown with dignity. Compare that to Harry and Meghan's version of service, chasing clout at a billionaire's birthday party. Not exactly noble. The internet caught on immediately. Their privacy concerns became the joke of the week. Memes everywhere. People joked that Meghan yelled no photos while secretly calling her own paparazzi, because backgrid doesn't show up for free. Someone calls them, and it's usually someone who wants attention. Here's what probably happened. Meghan heard about Kris's huge party, begged a mutual friend to get her an invite, dragged Harry along, and walked in with a plan to network her way into the Kardashian world. But the plan failed. They got photos and attention, but not the kind they wanted. Kris's team deleted the pictures quickly. The Kardashians don't want Meghan's drama messing with their social media numbers. It's not that people hate ambition, Hollywood runs on ambition. The problem is that Meghan won't admit hers. She wants people to admire her values, while chasing fame harder than a TikTok influencer at Coachella. If she just admitted she loves the spotlight, people might respect her. But she hides behind PR statements and victim stories, pretending she's too deep for the fame she clearly wants. And then there's Harry. Once a cheeky prince, now downgraded to Meghan's +1, holding his drink in a room full of Botox and billionaires. But he looked happy, his whole life now looks like one long, awkward shrug. Meanwhile, Meghan is trying to revive her fading celebrity by standing close to the Kardashians. But Hollywood is full of powerful players, and Meghan isn't one of them. You can't outplay Kris Jenner. She built a billion-dollar empire from selfies and scandals. If Meghan thought she could control her way into that group, she learned fast, there's only room for one queen of calculated chaos. So here's the real point. The couple who ran away from Britain to escape cameras now chase those cameras around Los Angeles. They talk about service but serve themselves. They talk about privacy but perform for attention. Everything they do contradicts something they've said before. The deleted Instagram photos weren't about privacy, they were about branding. And in the brutal world of Hollywood image-making, one mistake can erase you faster than Kim Kardashian's Facetune brush. In the end, Harry and Meghan's Hollywood story isn't a royal fairy tale, it's a reality TV crossover gone wrong. They wanted to be seen as strong, independent icons. Instead, they've become punchlines at the fanciest parties, always invited last, always leaving early, and always disappearing right after the cameras click. In other words, the Duke and Duchess of Irrelevance, playing their favorite role, extras in someone else's spotlight.